Hello, my friend. Let me ask you something important today. Do you know which everyday habits are quietly taking years away from your life? Most people think that staying up late is the biggest problem. But here's the truth. That's only number 3 on our list. The first habit? It will truly surprise you. Why? Because millions of older adults do this every single day, and they have no idea it's slowly damaging their health. As we grow older, we often blame aging itself. We say, that's just getting old, when we feel tired, or when our sleep becomes difficult, or when our heart doesn't feel as strong. But the real truth is different. The truth is this: our daily choices matter much more than we think. The small things we do when we sleep, what we eat, how we handle worry, how we connect with others, these things shape how long we live, and more importantly, how well we live. Today, I'm going to share with you 4 habits that silently steal years from most seniors. Each one might seem ordinary, each one might seem harmless, but together they quietly drain your strength, cloud your mind, and speed up the aging of your heart, brain, and body. Please stay with me until the end. Because the number 1 habit is so common, so ordinary, that most people would never think to question it. Yet doctors say it contributes more to early decline after 60 than almost anything else. Understanding these 4 patterns can help you not only live longer, but live better, with a clear mind, with steady energy, and with a renewed sense that you are still in control of your own body. Now let's begin. Habit number 4, skipping breakfast. One of the most harmful habits among older adults is this: skipping breakfast, or eating it too late in the morning. Many seniors believe this helps them. They think, if I skip breakfast, maybe I'll lose some weight. Or, I'm just not hungry in the morning. Or, I don't have time. But here's what really happens. When you skip breakfast repeatedly, you throw your whole body into confusion. Let me explain it simply. When you wake up, your body has already gone 6, 7, maybe 8 hours without any food. Your blood sugar is low. Your muscles have no energy, and your brain, your precious brain, needs oxygen and glucose to work properly. If you ignore this need, your body doesn't just wait patiently. Instead, it panics. It releases stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones push your blood pressure up. They make your heart beat faster. They force your heart to work much harder than it should, especially in the morning when it should be waking up gently. For seniors with aging hearts or weakened blood vessels, this morning stress quietly damages you, day after day, week after week. It increases your risk of stroke. It increases your risk of heart attack. Research shows us clearly, people who skip breakfast regularly are much more likely to develop insulin resistance. They develop chronic inflammation. These are the invisible forces that make you age faster from the inside. But there's another problem most people don't think about. When you skip breakfast, you usually eat too much later. By afternoon, you're so hungry that you crave heavy food, salty food, sweet food. You eat quickly, you eat a lot, and your body can't handle it well. This sudden rush of calories confuses your insulin response. Your blood sugar goes up fast, then crashes down, up and down, all day long. Over months and years, this exhausts your pancreas. It strains your liver, and it raises your risk of type 2 diabetes, a disease that can steal 10 or more years from your life. Let me tell you about someone I met. His name was Arthur. He was 68 years old. Arthur used to say proudly, "I haven't eaten breakfast for 30 years. I just drink my coffee." But then Arthur started feeling dizzy every morning around 10 or 11. He felt weak. His hands would shake a little. When he finally went to his doctor, they found his blood sugar was dangerously unstable. His body had spent 3 decades in a stress loop every single morning. The good news? When Arthur started eating a small breakfast, just some oatmeal, a piece of fruit, and 1 boiled egg, everything changed. His energy became steady. His mood improved. Even his blood pressure came down. A healthy breakfast doesn't need to be big. What matters is balance. You need some protein, like eggs or yogurt or nuts. You need complex carbohydrates, like oatmeal or whole grain bread. And you need a little healthy fat, like avocado or olive oil. This combination stabilizes your blood sugar, it protects your heart, and it helps your brain work clearly for hours. Think of breakfast like this. It's a signal to your body that it's safe to begin the day. It resets your internal clock. It supports your digestion. It prepares your whole system for steady, calm energy. When you skip it, you're telling your body, we're in danger. Save energy. Store fat. You create exactly the opposite effect you want. Your lifespan isn't just about how many years you live. It's shaped by how you treat your body each morning. So before you reach for that cup of black coffee alone, remember, your first meal sets the tone for your entire day and possibly for the rest of your life. Habit number 3, staying up late. Now we come to habit number 3, staying up late and disturbing your body's natural rhythm. Many older adults think, I'm retired now. I can sleep whenever I want. And yes, technically that's true. You don't have to wake up for work anymore. But here's what people forget. Your organs don't retire. Your heart doesn't retire. Your liver doesn't retire. They still follow a precise schedule, a rhythm that has been built over decades of daylight and darkness. When you stay up late, especially past midnight, you interrupt a cycle that controls everything in your body. Hormone production, heart function, immune response, memory formation, everything. The human body repairs itself most efficiently during deep sleep, roughly between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. During these hours, your liver removes toxins. Your immune system rebuilds. Your brain consolidates memories and clears out waste. If you're awake during this time, your body loses its nightly repair window. It's like owning a car but never taking it in for maintenance. Eventually, something breaks down. Many seniors who stay up late don't realize that their constant fatigue, poor digestion, or foggy memory doesn't come from age. It comes from a disrupted body clock. Your body loves consistency. When bedtime changes constantly, or when you delay sleep by watching television, checking your phone, or lying awake with worries, your nervous system stays alert long after it should rest. The result? Higher blood pressure at night, irregular heartbeat, inflammation that speeds up the aging of every single cell in your body. Let me tell you about Robert. He was 70 years old. Robert called himself a night owl. He was proud of it. He'd stay up past 1 a.m. watching news programs, checking his email, scrolling on his tablet. Over time, he noticed problems. He'd wake up groggy. His heart would race for no reason. His mood was sour in the mornings. When his doctor ran some tests, they found his cortisol levels were too high, even in the morning. That's a clear sign that his stress hormones never turned off properly. Once Robert started going to bed by 10:30 p.m. and dimming his lights an hour before that, his blood pressure normalized. His energy returned. He felt like himself again. There's also a less obvious danger. Staying up late changes how your body processes food. Any snack you eat late at night, even a small one, is stored more easily as fat. Why? Because your insulin sensitivity drops sharply after sunset. This leads to higher blood sugar and cholesterol levels. It quietly increases your risk of heart disease. Many seniors who think they have a slow metabolism are actually battling an inconsistent sleep schedule. So how do you fix this? Start winding down at the same time every night. Turn off all screens at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Read something peaceful. Listen to calm music. Pray if that brings you comfort. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. Avoid caffeine or alcohol in the evening. They both interfere with deep sleep. When you sleep early and wake early, you align your heart, brain, and hormones with nature's rhythm. The effect is remarkable. You'll digest food better, you'll think more clearly, you'll feel more emotionally balanced. People often say, I'll sleep when I'm tired. But by the time you feel tired, your body has already been begging for rest for hours. The older we get, the less room we have for ignoring those signals. Every extra hour you stay awake past your natural bedtime is like borrowing life from tomorrow. And someday, friend, that debt comes due. If you want to live longer, protect your sleep like it's sacred, because it is. It's not wasted time. It's the foundation of every healthy, vibrant year you have left. Habit number 2, chronic stress. If there's one thing that quietly eats away at a senior's lifespan, it's not high cholesterol. It's not lack of exercise. It's constant unrelieved stress. Many people think emotional stress only affects younger adults, people juggling work, raising families, running from place to place. But research shows something different. For older individuals, chronic stress is far more destructive. It weakens the immune system silently. It speeds up inflammation throughout the body, and it damages the very organs that keep you alive. When you live with daily tension, whether it's worry about your children, concern about money, fear about your health, your body releases stress hormones around the clock. These chemicals, especially one called cortisol, keep your heart rate high. They keep your blood pressure elevated. They make your sleep shallow and broken. Over months and years, this internal pressure erodes your strength. It's like leaving a light bulb burning all night, every night, for decades. It doesn't go out suddenly, but it grows dimmer and dimmer, until one day, it just fails. Older adults often underestimate the power of emotional weight. Many grew up in generations that were taught to keep it together, to hide sadness, to not complain, to push through. But that silent, stoic approach can cost you dearly. The heart and mind are deeply connected. What the brain feels, the body reflects. Prolonged anxiety can trigger irregular heartbeat. It disrupts digestion. It clouds memory. And because many seniors live alone, stress gets worse when combined with loneliness. This is a deadly combination that shortens lifespan as surely as smoking or obesity. Let me tell you about Helen. She was 75 years old, a widow. To everyone who met her, Helen seemed calm. She seemed composed. She said she didn't believe in complaining. But behind that quiet exterior was constant worry. Worry about her health, worry about her finances, worry about being a burden to her children. Over time, her blood pressure crept upward, even though she took medication. Her doctor eventually told her something that surprised her. Your body is stuck in fight-or-flight mode. Once Helen began practicing slow breathing exercises, spending time in nature, and talking openly with friends, something changed. Her blood pressure numbers improved. Her energy came back. She smiled more. Here's something important to understand. Stress doesn't just affect the heart, it actually rewires the brain. High cortisol levels shrink a part of your brain called the hippocampus. This is the area responsible for memory and learning. That's one reason why chronic worry accelerates mental decline. It makes your brain less flexible, less able to handle change, more vulnerable to confusion and fatigue. The tragedy is that many seniors think stress is just part of life. They say, that's just how it is. But it isn't. Your body was never designed to carry endless emotional weight. You can't always remove the sources of stress, that's true, but you can change how you respond to them. Simple habits make a real difference. Deep breathing before bed, gentle stretching in the morning, slow walks under morning sunlight. These actions signal your nervous system to relax. Engaging in conversation helps tremendously. Joining a community group, volunteering for a cause that matters to you. Even prayer or quiet meditation can lower blood pressure and restore inner balance. There's one more important truth I want you to understand. Unresolved emotions age the body faster than time itself. Anger that you've held for years, guilt you've never released, regret that plays over and over in your mind. These emotions act like toxins, circulating endlessly through your system. Letting them go, through conversation, through forgiveness, through self-reflection, is not weakness, it's medicine. If you carry stress like an old companion, remember this. You have already survived far more than your current worries will ever be worth. The years ahead deserve peace, not pressure. Give yourself permission to rest, not just physically, but emotionally. That inner peace may add more years to your life than any diet or pill ever could. Habit number 1, social isolation. Now we come to the number one habit, the most unexpected, the most deadly. It's not smoking, it's not poor diet, it's not even lack of exercise. It's isolation, loneliness. And to your body, loneliness is not just sadness. It is a form of chronic stress that poisons slowly, quietly, without mercy. Scientists have studied this carefully. They've found that the physical toll of prolonged isolation is equal to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Think about that. Being alone, truly alone, damages your heart, weakens your immune system, and accelerates the decline of memory and strength just as much as a serious addiction. Many seniors don't realize how vital human connection is for survival. Not for happiness, for survival. When you stop engaging with others, when conversations fade away, when laughter disappears, when you spend more hours in silence than in speech, your brain begins to lose stimulation. The emotional circuits that keep you motivated, curious, and alert start to go dormant. Over time, this lack of stimulation leads to apathy, to depression, to a weakened immune response. Your body begins to interpret the absence of social contact as danger. It floods your system with cortisol and inflammatory chemicals, the same ones meant for survival in life-threatening situations. But the threat never ends, because the loneliness doesn't end. I once met a man named Frank. He was 82 years old. He told me something that broke my heart. He said, "It's funny how the world gets quiet when you get older." Frank hadn't spoken to anyone for 3 days. Not a phone call, not a conversation, nothing. He wasn't sick, but he looked exhausted in a way that sleep couldn't fix. His blood pressure was high, his appetite was low, and he had lost interest in the things that once gave him joy. His doctor later explained that social isolation was driving Frank's body into a constant state of stress. His heart was working harder simply to stay alive. Here's the truth, my friend. Conversation itself is medicine. Sharing stories, listening to someone else's day, even exchanging a few words with a neighbor or cashier. These moments keep your brain alert. They keep your heart balanced. They remind your body that it is still part of something larger than itself. Research shows clearly seniors who maintain regular contact with friends or community members have lower rates of dementia. They have fewer heart problems, and they live significantly longer. But here's the challenge. Connection requires effort. It requires courage. Many older adults withdraw out of pride or fear. They think, "People are busy. I don't want to bother anyone. I'll just stay home." What they don't realize is that reaching out doesn't just help them. It uplifts the person on the other end, too. Human beings are wired for connection. We need it like we need air and water. Loneliness doesn't only kill the body, it denies the soul its most basic need, belonging. Even small acts can change everything. Join a local group that shares your interests. Attend community events at your library or senior center. Volunteer for a cause that matters to you. Animal shelters, food banks, tutoring children. Call an old friend you haven't spoken to in years. Invite your grandchildren for lunch. Go to a place of worship if that brings you peace. Each of these moments repairs something deep inside your spirit. And for those who say, "I'm too old to start over," let me tell you this. Connection isn't about starting over. It's about continuing. It's about allowing life to flow through you again, through laughter, through empathy, through simple conversation. Isolation is the number one thief of years because it slowly convinces you that your life no longer matters, that you no longer have anything to offer. But you do. You still have purpose. You still have wisdom. You still have love to give and receive. And every shared moment, every word, every smile, every gesture of kindness extends that purpose a little longer. Don't let silence steal what's left of your story. As we finish today's conversation, I want you to take a moment, a quiet moment. Think about these 4 habits, each one so ordinary, so familiar, so easy to ignore. But together, they can quietly shorten the years you have left. Aging itself is not your enemy, neglect is. What steals life from most seniors isn't one catastrophic event. It's 1,000 small choices that seemed harmless at the time. Skipping breakfast deprives your heart and brain of energy when they need it most. Living under constant stress keeps your body trapped in survival mode, unable to heal. Staying up late robs your organs of the rest they depend on to repair and renew. And isolation, perhaps the most dangerous of all, slowly convinces your body and soul that they no longer belong to the rhythm of the living world. But here's the wonderful truth. None of these patterns are irreversible. You can start changing them tonight, right now. Eat something nourishing in the morning. Let go of the emotional weight that isn't yours to carry. Go to bed early with gratitude, instead of worry. Reach out to someone, because connection is the medicine that keeps the heart young. Longevity isn't just about counting years. It's about adding quality, presence, and meaning to the years you already have. Every choice you make is a conversation with your future self. Make those conversations kind. Make them gentle. Make them wise. Thank you for being here today, my friend, for trusting me with your time. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share. Which habit surprised you most? And what's one small thing you'll change starting today? Your thoughts matter to me. Reading your comments gives me hope and motivation to keep creating content that truly helps. If you found this video helpful, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone you care about. Your support helps us reach more people who need this information. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care of yourself. You matter more than you know.